if I can fix this. Hello, hello, my fabulous peeps. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, trying to fix my setting here so you all can see me properly. We'll get it. We'll get it right. I see my arm. All right. Let's get to my people over here. Hello, 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 my fabulous peeps. Hello, come on in, come on in. We are getting started. I was doing something a little bit different tonight. And see which was going to be a good flow. Hello, my fabulous peeps. We're about to get started. Just thank you for your patience. Happy day to each and every one of you. Happy day. Whew. It is. The days just go by so fast. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for coming on in here. Okay, that didn't work out. Oh boy. Happy day. Happy day. Thank you for your patience. I'm just trying to copy and paste this information in here. But it doesn't want to do that. Unless it did it. Okay, let's go back in. The joy of technology, right? The joy of get this thing in here just right. Just keep opening up other windows, and that's not what I want you to do. Oh, listen, I'm gonna get this thing right, okay? Hello, 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 my fabulous peeps. Happy day. Thank you for being here with me today as I want to talk about the importance of deferring taxes, right? Because we always try to figure out ways that we can legally defer taxes, because Uncle Sam's always seems to want something, right? And so we're just going to talk about that. Thank you so much for coming. Well, shout out to Zuzu's World 4. Absolutely. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here in the room. And if I said it wrong, my day has been great. Actually, thank you for asking. My day has been great. So we're going to talk about deferring taxes and what that means and what you need to do in place. How can you do that legally? Because we're always trying to figure out, I am doing well. FedEx Prime, thank you so much. Thank you for being in the room. Happy day to you. Blessings on you. Blessings on you. Blessings, blessings, blessings. I'm so glad that you are here as I'm just putting this information in here for my people on this side of the world. There we go. Okay, we're getting this. Okay, so let's go ahead. All right, so let's talk about it. Andrea, thank you, Andrea. What I'm going to be talking about, thank you for asking, about deferring taxes, right? Because we're always trying to figure out ways. I got my little notes here. Always trying to figure out ways how we can defer taxes legally, right? And what things we need to put in place and what happens when we wait. So thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. Right? Because we know one thing about it. We're always want to put ourselves in the position how we are able to keep more of our income. That means we have more money working for us on our behalf than working on the government and already. Oh, blessings. Thank you, Andrea. I need to follow you as well. I'll make sure I will do that. Fabulous. I appreciate you so much for being here. Blessings, blessings on you for sure. And so one thing about it, one thing I understood, once I actually understand how this tax game works and just how our capitalist society works and what we need to do to put ourselves in a position that we benefit from these different tax deferments, right? Or tax deductions, right? So I'm going to talk about all of that and what that means and what's the difference so you have a clear understanding. YouTube, blessings on YouTube, blessings, blessing, that you have a clear understanding of what you need to do. So make sure you go ahead and share this out. Thumbs up, subscribe. I really appreciate your support, as well as you sharing out and commenting as well. I love to chat back with you. I love that. And if you have any questions while we're going through, by all means, love you to ask. And so, one thing about it is that one of the ways, and I talk about this quite a bit, is having a business, right? On how you can get tax deductions, even possibly defer taxes, is having a business because we are a capitalist society. But I want to just get into some clarity as it relates to deferring taxes, okay? And why do we want to do that? What's the benefit of it? Or some other little options. All right, so just stay with me. As I said, share it out, subscribe. So I really appreciate your support as to help my channel grow and share some valid information for you as well. So for those of you that don't know, I'm Teacher Melanie. I'm a licensed financial rep, and I do everything from the womb to the tomb, right? And I understand what it means to experience life and when life hits you hard, and what happens when you have to navigate those different hard times and still be able to be functional, still be able to come back from those hard times, and knowing that when you do, it's a process, it's a journey, right? Experiencing foreclosure, bankruptcy, being sued, having to start all over, losing millions of dollars. Never thought that that would even happen, and then having to no. No, I do not actually, Andrea. And the only language I know is English. I can understand Spanish un poquito. But yeah, as well as Patois, which is our Jamaican dialect. But no, in the process of learning, though, definitely in the process of learning. But and so what that means for having to come back and be resilient, right? During and after those seasons of different, because life happens to all of us at one state or another. Oh, thanks, right? But are we able to come back? And so that's why I always talk about knowing how to build your financial house right and tight, right? Blessings on you, Andrea. Knowing how to build your financial house right and tight, and the different stages that occur. So tonight I'm going to talk about deferring taxes, that tax deferments, right? And so if you have a job, right, and we know that taxes are being out, right? Your work, sometimes you feel like you're working for Uncle Sam because you get your check, you work for this particular many hours, and Uncle Sam says that, okay, thank you so much for your hard work. I'm going to take my portion. Here's yours, right? So you earn a gross, they give you a net. That means they have taken out a portion of your money. But there's ways that in order to maximize that you can maximize, right, or minimize on your retirement, but there's some things that has to be in place. Thank you so much for joining, Paulette, beautiful. Thank you. Blessings, blessings, bless yous. Cassie Pooh, thank you for joining. Thank you. Appreciate you being in the room and in the place. Okay. And so the power of tax deferment is this. First of all, let's talk about what tax deferment means, okay? And what's the difference between tax deferment and tax deductions. Let's get that out. So tax deferment basically means that you are not paying taxes at that particular time on that money, right? What ways as it relates to retirement, right? You're not paying taxes on that money right then and there, right? You're going to pay it later on. So that means that when you are deferring, that means that your money can be working. More money is working, right? Because that money that could have been taxed is not being taxed. So you can put it in some type of vehicle where it's working, right? The money is growing on that amount of money. If you have less than that, then that is only on whatever money is in it. So deferred means that you have more money that could be working at that particular time and you're not having to pay taxes. Okay? That's what deferment is. Now, deductions, okay? Deduction is the amount of money you can subtract from the gross before you calculate your taxes, right? The more money you can, the more you can reduce your gross income with deductions, right? That's tax deductions. The less amount you pay in taxes, right? So it pays to deduct, right? Remember, you have to, of course, consult with your tax agent. I am not a tax agent, but I do understand some tax laws and how our system is designed. Okay? And so when it comes to, so you may saying, okay, what's the power of tax deferral? So I want you to think about this. Okay? Say, for example, you have $500 monthly investments. Okay? Yeah, please go ahead and share it out. Thank you so much for sharing it out. Please go ahead and share it out. I appreciate the support as well. I can't thank you enough for supporting me during this time. You could have been anywhere else, right? And you decided to join me during this time. So I appreciate it. So if you can share it out, like, subscribe, comment, ask a question, that will be phenomenal. Hey, money. Happy day, happy day, happy day. Blessings, blessings. Oh, thanks for the love, sis. Ooh. All right. And so as it relates to looking forward to, oh, thanks for the love. Yes, thank you, friend. Thank you, friend. And so say, for example, that you have a monthly investment of $500, right? And I'm going to talk about the different no taxes deferred, taxes on return referred, and taxes on contributions and return until distribution comes. So what that looks like. And so if you're deferring no taxes, right, doing a 10-year period of time, that's about $68,000. That is grown up to in a 10-year period of time. And if taxes on return is being deferred, that's about $75,000. Okay, almost 76. Taxes on contributions on return, that until distributions, right, until it's time for you, this a couple of years you decide to take that, then you're having about in a 10-year period with a $500 a month contribution, that's almost 100,000, 96,000, okay, 97 or so, okay. And so what are some ways, what does that look like, right? Let's break it down a little bit more, okay? Let's break this down a little bit more as it relates to this tax deferment. And so first of all, I want to share with you the difference. So traditional IRA, okay, traditional IRA means that money or your taxes is being deferred. So you would not have to pay money on the traditional IRA. You would not have to pay money, taxes. Let me say that. You will not have to pay taxes on that money until you withdraw, right? So money is going in before taxes. Okay, that's what you did there. Money is going into your retirement before taxes. That money has not been taxed. That means that Uncle Sam has not got his portion of money yet. So that means that you have more money working in the deferment. Okay, but this is the thing about it. All right, then I'm gonna, before I get to the thing, let me give you all of it. Now, non-traditional IRAs, earnings on IRA are tax deferred until retirement. And I'm going to talk about some age limits and all that type of stuff. Now, Roth IRA, listen carefully when I talk about Roth IRAs. Roth IRAs means that that money is going in after taxes. Okay? It's going in after taxes. And so that means that you would not, when it comes time for a distribution, you would not have to pay taxes on the money because it's going in after taxes. That's what that means. Okay, so with traditional IRAs, right, in the individual retirement accounts, money is going in before. All right, thank you for sharing out. Thank you for sharing out. Money is going in before taxes, so that money is not being taxed. As to opposed to a Roth IRA, money is going in after taxes. And so when it comes for it to get a withdrawal, sometimes they say withdrawal or distribution, you would not have to pay taxes on that money. Now, the difference between those two is that with a traditional IRA, okay, you have to do a mandatory distribution at 71 and a half. That means you have to take the money out. If you don't take the money out, you know what ends up happening? You can get charged, penalized. You can pay a fee if you do not take that distribution, right? You don't take that money. Now, as opposed to a Roth IRA, you do not. There is no mandatory distribution. You can let that money stay there and grow forever, right? So money is not worth. So generations and generations can continue on that money. That is the difference. Okay, so one is before taxes, one is after taxes, which is Roth. The other thing about it is this, is that with a Roth IRA, you have custodial IRAs. That means that your children, okay, that your children can start working on their retirement plan sooner than later, because retirement is not an age, it is a number. Thank you, my fabulous people. Thank you for sharing this out. Retirement is not an age, it is a number. And so in order to find out what that number is, you have to do what is called which is called your FIN number, your financial independent number. That's the number that you need to know that each month, how much money do you need to survive, right? If it's a 30-year period of time, how much money that you need each and every month to survive without having to go back to work, okay? Oh, no problem, Andrea. Blessings, blessings, blessings. I thank you for being. Thank you. Understand. That money, all right, with that money that you're going to need every single month to live. Now, everybody's financial independence number is different. What's financial freedom to you might not be the same to me. Might not be the same to your cousin or brother or sister. Everybody's different. You might not need $1 million a year to live on, right? There's some that you may, right? It all depends on your expenses and the lifestyle that you are looking to live and to maintain, right? If you're not working at a job or in your business. Thank you so much for sharing that, beautiful. Thank you. And so your financial independence number, your FIN number, is that number that lets you know how much money you need each and every month, right? So you can maintain, thank you, that you can maintain the lifestyle that you currently have or even better. All right, that is your FIN number, your financial independence number. And so with that being said, leads me to this. When it comes to deferring your taxes, as I said, if you have children, you can start them. If they're having earned income, they have a job, they have a little business, right? There's so many kids that have businesses, right? So you can start a custodial retirement plan, right? Which becomes a benefit to you, especially if you are matching. So that's a deduction. Thank you so much. That is a deduction that you get on your taxes. That means you're getting less taxes that you have to pay, right? And that's what we want to do. Defer or pay less taxes at the end of the day. We want to defer or pay less taxes. That's what we want to do. And so there's some limits that you can be able to do. Thank you so much. That you can do every single year where you can max out. So we just finished the tax season, right? You filed your taxes for the 20 2024 tax year. Now we are in a new tax year, right? April, now until next year, April, we're in a new tax year. And so you can max out. And when I'm saying new tax year, I'm talking in regards to retirement, okay? And how you can max that out. And so, but there are limits, right? There are limits. So if you have a traditional IRA, the limit that you can contribute every year is $7,000. That's the limit, right? You want to max it out so you can get all of the benefits. But if you are of the distinguished age of myself, 50 and above, then you can do 8,000 because you're having to catch up now. Okay, you know I talk about if you're in that bracket of in your 50s or above, and you're like you hadn't started contributing to your retirement, and you're like, well, I want to retire when I'm in my 60s. Well, you got some serious catching up to do. That means that you have to aggressively put more money away. Aggressively. Can it happen? Absolutely. But you have to put yourself in the position that you are generating multiple streams of income in order to do that. That's just the fact, right? If you have not started to prepare for your retirement and you say you're in your 50s and you will retire in your 60s, you've got some work to do. Okay? You've got some work to do. And so same thing with the Roth IRA, there is a limit, right? 7,000 if you are 49 and below, right? 50 is 8,000. You can max it out at 8,000. Now, if you are self-employed, okay? If you are self-employed, and I have a correction, I'll say the correction in a second. If you are self-employed, there are different types of retirement plans that you can participate and you can contribute more. So this is where being an entrepreneur pays, right? You are able to contribute more to your retirement plan because you are self-employed. Nobody's matching. Okay? No, there's not somebody's matching. So you now have the ability where you can have more money that you can put towards your retirement. And so I put in my premise too that there's a cost in waiting, but I want to share something. So you remember what I said, and they changed the limit. Remember what I said, that with a traditional IRA that there is a limit. There's not a limit, but a requirement age when you have to do a distribution. That means you have to start withdrawing that money. Okay? Because that money was not taxed. Now they're ready to tax you. Ding, ding, ding. So which is 73. By 73, you need to start withdrawing that money from your traditional IRA. You need to start withdrawing that money from your traditional IRA or you'll be penalized. Can you imagine? That's so crazy. You'll be penalized. As opposed to a Roth IRA, there's no mandatory distribution. That means you do not have to withdraw any money from that account. Okay, you do not have to from that account. And so this is what happens, okay? When it comes to thank you. Okay, this is what's happened with the high cost of waiting. That's why as soon as you have your children, they're working, you get them started on this, right? Maxing out every year. So can you imagine that when a person, right, a young person starts maxing out their retirement at, say they're 22 of age. Listen to these numbers, right? They're maxing out the IRAs every single year. They're putting away $7,000 every single year. All right, starting age 22 to age 29. Listen to what I'm saying. You heard what I said. Age 22 to 29. From 22 to 29, they're putting $7,000 away every year. Okay? And so as they're doing that every year, right, that money is growing, is compounding. But if they decide at year 30 not to put another nickel, dime, quarter, penny at age 30, right, because they contributed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, okay, from age 22 to 29, 7 years, okay, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay, they contribute $7,000 to their plan. But by the time they get to, listen to this, 67, they will have over 2.5 million. That means that money was growing, compounding. What they put in for a few years. So that's why we got to get our babies with the mindset of having money working for them sooner than later. Even if they need to withdraw something from it, that money's still going to go with whatever's in there, right? But they did it for a couple of years. They're like, you know what? I am not ready. I don't want to party. I want to do all these things. I want when I get to age 30 or when I get to age 50 that I can live a pretty good life because I have money working for me. This is the power of waiting, okay? Of starting sooner. But listen to this. But if they decide, now they have some catching up to do. They decided, you know what, my 22 and 20s, I'm going to live it up. Whatever money I get, I'm going to spend it. I want to have a grand time. Woo! Okay, I'm going to have a grand time. Okay, they have a grand time. At that time, listen to what I'm saying. Oh my God, this is so powerful. If they decide I'm going to start at age 30, maxing out that plan, and each year they're doing it for 7,000. Guess what? If they start at age 30, they have to do it from age 30 to get to that 2 million. Instead of starting at age 22 to 29 and stop contributing. If they start at age 30, they'll have to start from age 30 all the way to 67 to get to 2.3 million. As opposed to when they were in their early 20s. That's why I wish I knew that when I was in my early 20s. But I didn't know. But now that I know, I'm telling you, this is what you can do for your children, right? This is what you can do for your grandchildren. And if you are on here and you are in your 20s, this is what you can do for yourself, right? You have that job. This is what you can do. But if you wait till 30, you're like, okay, I'm kind of easing down now. I'm not doing anything. I need to have somebody working for me, right? You're contributing 7,000. You're maxing out every single year. Then you get, by the time you get to age 67, you'll have 2.3 million. As to opposed to 2.5 million, and you did it, and you contribute less years. You have more years working for you. So would you rather do A or B? If I know what I know now, I would have done A. Okay? When I was 22 years old, right? My first job, if I had known what I know now, I would have stopped putting away money sooner than later. But thank God, as I said, where there is life, there is hope. And so for those of you that are on with me right now, okay, thank you for joining me on this on this live. But what I want you to do, right? I don't want you to be reactive. I want you to be proactive, right? Because where there is life, there is hope. In the description, you see my link, right? I do offer a 15-minute discovery to see how I can help you to reach your financial goals, how I can help you identify making another stream of income. Oh, blessings on you. Thank you, Calvin. Blessings. How you are now have the ability to create a customized game plan, and if we're a good fit, okay? I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you to waste my time, okay? Right? Because I'm here to assist, help you achieve your goals and dreams with some accountability, so you can get on the right path. So now you are building your financial house what? Right and tight, like I like to say. You're building it right and tight. That because life hits you, the different storms, the different levels. You're not being reactive. You are being what? Proactive. Because you put things in place when you had in your right mind. You can make a sound decision as opposed to waiting. We are not trying to wait no more. We're no longer waiting. Okay. We're no longer waiting. Oh, thank you. We're no longer waiting. So what you're doing, those of you who are on the live, you are clicking the link in my description, right? As I said, it's a complimentary 15 minutes. I see where you are. You answer those pre-questions that I have, right? And then I can show you what ways, according to what your goals and dreams and what you have, and how I can help you to get to the different things that my team and I have to offer to help you to, whether it's catch up, whether it's to start, whether it's to invest more so more money is working for you, whether that is to help you to find multiple streams of income so money can be working for you, helping you to pay off your debt, right? Helping you to make sure you understand how to build your financial house, protecting your greatest asset, which is your income, right? We're able to show you all of that. Yes, indeed. All of that, right? It's for you, but first we got to see where your mind is, right? Because if your mind is like, oh, that can't happen, I've never done that, I don't know anybody in my family that has done that, then guess what? If you think you can't, you won't. Period. If you think you can't, you won't. But if you think that, you know what, listen, I've had some challenges. I didn't know better, so I didn't do better. Now that I'm hearing this, I'm learning better. Now I'm able to do better. You know what? Let me go ahead and book that appointment with Teacher Melanie. 15 minutes. She said it's 15 minutes. That's all you need. Let's start up with 15 minutes, and I can show you what is out there so you can put yourself in the position of truly being financially independent sooner than later. Then, as I said, when the winds, the rains, the storms come, that you are good and that you can design the life that you want. Isn't it wonderful when you're able to enjoy the different stages of life despite challenges? Because those challenges come, right? They're not made to break you, but they are to make you into stronger, to learn something, that you are that much more stronger, that in the process you're able to reach out, help somebody else, right? Because now you've gone through, you've learned some things, you've experienced some things, and now you can help somebody else out. How awesome is that? That's why I get so excited about this, because now once I've learned, I'm like, golly, there is so much of us that we did not get taught financial literacy. We got caught. How do we get caught? We got caught working, grinding, paying bills, and we didn't. It wasn't until it was too late. Then we're like, wait a minute, I don't have to work every single day. I can have money working for me, right? Wake up money. I can get a text or an email that says I've gotten a dividend. I made some money that I didn't even work for. Or I can get a notification on my phone that says, "Ooh, you just got paid," or "You just got this," or somebody just bought something and you were not there. You can be a business owner where whether you are there or not, somebody is working. You can be an investor where you did, as I said, you didn't work for it, right? Money was the tool and it worked. Let me tell you, it's powerful. So comment below, share it, like, subscribe. All right. Comment below if you are ready, right? If you are ready, go in my description, book that appointment. Okay, you should find it in my feed depending on when you are. YouTube, it's in the description. Insta, it's in the description, right? Tick, it's in the description. All right, and I can also put it. Let's see if I can put it in the comments section as well before I come off of here, so you can have access to it. Right? Or you can, and also join my mailing list. Right? Showing you different ways to be resilient with life financial resilient, because I want to show you how you can live a fabulous life that is possible. Okay, that is very, very much possible. Why does this keep? Okay, so I just put the link inside of the chat, and you can go ahead and check that out. Be on my mailing list, all that good stuff. All right, my fellas peeps. So go ahead and book it. Okay, it's not going to cost you anything but $15. You got a complimentary 15 minutes. Did I say $15? 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes. Because once I hit it and quit it, identify. All right, if we are a good fit, if we're not, it is what it is. Somebody's out there that's going to help you. If I'm not a good fit for you, and it's okay, because I'm not for everybody. Okay, but I am for those bodies, those who have a desire to be, who are ready, who have a desire to want more for themselves and their family, who have a desire to have money working for them just as hard as they are working for it, who has a desire for that they don't want to constantly, if they have a business, right, they work for themselves, but they're constantly working in their business, and they have nothing in place. I'm really good at working with independent contractors, self-employed as well. If you have a 9 to 5, I'm good with you, because I used to have a 9 to 5 too. Okay, but I'm saying it to those who are independent contractors, because sometimes, you're working day in, day out in your business, and you don't have these things in place, and how to protect your business, how to protect yourself and your family while you are working and building your business, until, right, you work your business like a job until it pays you like a business. And so as you're going through this level as an independent contractor, as a business owner, these are the things you start putting in place. So now your business, you are running your business, and your business is not running you, right? Because we have those times where our business is running us, right? Because we sometimes we have to wear multiple hats when we're in the building stage. But oh, how sweet it is, well, you won't have to wear all the hats, but you have people, or you have a system in place that's running, and yet still you're making money. That's what we're working towards, right? And it's possible. I'm telling you, it is possible, first and foremost. So I'm so glad that you shared with me. Go ahead, click the link, book that complimentary 15 minutes. Right? Choose a time that's best for you. Okay? Choose a time that is best for you, and really can't wait to connect with you, because this is truly beautiful kings and queens in here. As I said, I appreciate you all so much for taking the time. You could be anywhere else, and you decide to be with me. So I appreciate each and every one of you. All right? Appreciate you. So with that being said, my fabulous peeps, with that being said, this is Teacher Melanie, and like I always say, remember to pray, plan, and believe, because God is still in the business of doing miracles, and God desires for you to prosper, even as your soul prosper and be in good health. That means He desires you to be prosperous in, not in some areas, but in every area of your life. He desires that for you. All right, my fabulous peeps. So with that being said, I can't wait to connect with you. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. Oh, thanks, friend. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the love. Put a comment. Great job. Great job. All right, my fabulous peeps. Bye.